lots of vocal variety too. You have to be so precise for that. You have to know like every note. It's like doubling over the instruments. It's like the instruments are talking almost. Descending organ. Nice little vocals with reverb. The bass and the guitar sound almost hopeful in a way. The whole song is really. Wyatt has a very unique voice, very distinct. Try and stop interrupting the song.
Oh, wait a minute.
What the heck is going on? It's the spiral into madness. You're in New York State. The kind of movement I think describes this song the most right now. full piano. It really just kind of meanders and slips its way around. It's been an awesome song so far. Nice kind of triplets there on the drums. Sounds like the bass is almost mixed with lower frequencies on the keys. Gives it that more distorted sound. Similar to things you hear on like an early Pink Floyd record right here. The device in the background almost sounds like something you'd send a Morse code signal on. slide so flawlessly down the fretboard. Sounds like that could be a I don't know about saxophone, but a little bit of feedback there. Just like a barrage of notes coming at you. Okay, that sounds like a violin. Slow clicks. Sounds like it's almost being slowed down, like a tape or something. Out in the front there's just this, and then in the background you can slowly kind of hear this more almost happy section coming up, more cheery, and there's just this like crazy violin like tape slowed down and like Wow, there is a lot of ground to cover. Um, okay, so it was kind of weird towards the end there. They had like a lot of different things going on. They had some suspenseful drums in the back and a violin, which sounded like it was almost being played on a tape recorder and then slowed down at certain points. Because I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe back in the day when you had a tape, you could control the speed in the studio of the tape. So likely they recorded that violin part in the studio at just regular speed, and then they played it in the recording room, and then they just kind of manually slowed the tape down in speed, which gave for this really kind of eerie feel, and not to mention those like banging pans at the end. But yeah, I definitely see why some people would love this song. I mean, I think there's a lot of genius that went into this. It covers a lot of it covers a lot of ground musically. I think I've heard another track off of this album, a little bit of it, called "Out Bloody Rageous," which is the next track, and it's more freestyle jazz. I think that this is a little bit more controlled. It's a bit more together. It gives you a lot of the flavors you might have from something like that. It's just a lot more like potato, like meat and potatoes kind of thing. Just like the raw essentials. But yeah, this covers a heck of a lot of ground musically. Yeah, there's like feedback guitar, some parts where the bass was kind of, um, I don't know, it was kind of pushing the boundaries, I guess, of noise, and I think that at some parts it was overdubbed with, or doubled over with keys in the lower register. I also noticed for the first part of the song, it almost sounds like Robert Wyatt, who has a very um, distinct voice, um, is like doubling over the instruments. He's singing along with them. Um, but for something like this with like kind of jazz, it's almost it requires a pretty insane amount of precision. I guess you'd have to know probably exactly what you're doing. Um, and I know they probably had like headphones or something where you could listen to what was going on and then sing over it. But just the amount of times that would have taken is probably beyond me. Um, yeah, I mean, very kind of almost a bit more, like I said, more focused, but also I just feel like it almost had a more cheerful. It was almost hopeful in a way. Um, and the bass and the organ followed each other very closely, and the bass player, whoever he is, like props to him because he is like fingers of steel, and his hands just move like glass. I don't know if that's a saying, but like glass down the fretboard. They just move very, very gently and very accurately. Not to mention the drummer, who I don't even know. I don't know what to say about the drummer. There was a little section where he was doing 3/4. You might have heard me counting that, which was the section I was like head banging to. I was like straight into that. Um, and I think that some of the bass from this album kind of draws itself from their previous album, which was Volume 2 in 1969. Uh, for those of you who don't know, this was their third album from 1970, which is called Third. Um, I think the bass really kind of borrowed some of the ideas from their previous album with like the distorted bass. They really used a lot of like fuzzed out bass in there. I think it wasn't there as much by this point because they wanted to be a jazz band, but I think that it was still it's still there in some sections. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into these lyrics. Living can be lovely here in New York State. But I wish that I were home, and I wish that I were home again, back home again, home again. There are places and people that I'm so glad to have seen, but I miss the trees. I wish that I were home again, back home again. The sun shines here all summer. It's nice because it can get quite brown. But I miss the rain, ticky tacky ticky. And I wish that I were home again, home again, home again. It says living is easy here in New York State. But I wish that I were home again, back in West Dulwich again. Let's just before we go on to the next part of our song, let's all make sure we've got the time. Music making still performs in normal functions, background noise for people scheming, seducing, revolting, and teaching. That's right by me. Don't think that I'm complaining. After all, it's only leisure time, isn't it? So, oh god. Okay. I don't think I have that much left. You can almost see her eyes. Is it me she despises or you? You're awfully nice to me, and I'm sure you can see what her game is. She sees you in her place, just as if it's a race, and you're winning, and you're winning. She just can't understand that for me, everything's just beginning until I get more homesick. So before this feeling dies, remember how distance tells us lies. Singing a song in the morning, singing it again at night. Don't really know what I'm singing about, but it makes me feel alright. You say you like my shirt. You say you like my hat. Oh, but something, you never say you like me. Oh, but you never say you like me. Or something nice like that. What about me? What about me? So, I'll leave those first paragraphs to you guys, because I honestly, or that first one, those first like two sentences, or two or three sentences, I'm gonna leave those to you guys, because oh god. the first and the third paragraph, I don't know if I want to go into that. So you can look that up if you want to. But I think it's just the feeling of things that are important to you and leaving those behind, and the world starts to feel different. And it almost felt, when I was younger, I used to feel like my hometown, it was kind of like the just it felt like the center of the world. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's just, it feels like everything you know is there. And so it's hard to leave without feeling away. It almost feels like you're not I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, yeah, I just didn't feel normal. Like, I didn't feel, I don't know, I was kind of nostalgic for being back at home, and and just being out sometimes. I went to New York City. It says New York State there, so it's a much larger area, but the traffic too, and maybe he just wants to get back to his home where he sees the trees and the grass and everything. Yeah, I don't really know how else to analyze this. And I think it could be about a relationship too. Just like, I don't know. Maybe it's about your boyfriend or girlfriend getting with somebody else while you're gone or while you're away. So it could be that feeling of wanting to come home just so that you can spend more time with people. So yeah, that's kind of my analyzation, if you can call it that, analyzing skills. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.